Hey everyone, and welcome back. Agricultural policies, they're not just something you skim through for your UPSC prelims.
Right.
They form like a pretty crucial part of the syllabus for your mains exam too.
Yeah.
So today we're taking a deep dive into two schemes you'll almost certainly encounter during your prep.
Absolutely.
The Pradhan Mantri Faisal Bima Yohana, or PMFBY,
Yeah.
and the restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme,
Right.
thankfully shortened to RWBCIS.
Yes. You're absolutely right to highlight these schemes. I mean, they're constantly in the news.
Yeah.
And the cabinet just recently decided to extend them to 2025-26
Okay.
with a pretty significant budget allocation.
Yeah.
So yeah, for anyone prepping for the UPSC, understanding PMFBY and RWBCIS, it's crucial.
So let's get started with PMFDY.
Okay.
I know it's meant to be like a safety net for farmers,
Right.
especially considering all the uncertainties they face, like, unpredictable monsoons or pest attacks.
Exactly.
But can you explain how this safety net actually works in practice?
So imagine a farmer who's, they've put their heart and soul into their crop, and then suddenly it's destroyed by floods or there's a disease outbreak.
Okay.
This is where PMFBY steps in, to provide financial assistance in these really tough situations. It covers losses from, various things, natural calamities, pests, diseases, you name it. The goal is to basically stabilize their income.
Yeah.
Help them, keep farming.
Yeah, that makes sense. But actually what really stood out to me when I was going through the material was the premium rates.
Okay.
2% for Kharif crops.
Right.
1.5% for Rabi.
Yeah.
And then only 5% for horticultural crops. I mean, that seems incredibly affordable. Is there something I'm missing here?
You've hit on a key point that often comes up when discussing these things, especially in relation to the UPSC.
Yeah.
Government subsidies.
Okay.
To make these schemes accessible, especially for, small and marginal farmers.
Right.
Who, let's face it, make up a huge chunk of the agricultural workforce in India.
Yeah.
The government provides, heavy subsidies.
Okay.
On these premiums.
Wow.
And in some cases, this subsidy can cover up to 90% of the total premium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a significant level of support.
It is.
And this is exactly the kind of detail, I think, that can add, like, real depth to your answers in the UPSC mains exam.
Yeah.
Like, actually showing that you understand how these schemes function.
Absolutely.
On the ground, including these subsidies.
Yeah.
That can really elevate your analysis, I think.
It's not just about knowing the names of the schemes.
Right.
It's about, understanding their operational mechanisms and their impact.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a good grasp of PMFBY now.
Okay.
Let's move on to RWBCIS.
All right.
This one focuses specifically on weather-related risks.
Yeah, that's right. A farmer can control a lot of things.
Yeah.
But the weather.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Right.
RWBCIS is designed to provide coverage specifically against those weather-related risks that are beyond a farmer's control. Droughts, floods, cyclones, you name it.
So while PMFBY provides like a broad safety net against various risks, RWBCIS is more targeted.
Right.
It's focused on that unpredictable nature of weather.
Yeah.
Which, as we all know, is becoming even more erratic with climate change and everything.
That's a really important point to consider.
Yeah.
Especially when we talk about the the long-term relevance of these schemes.
Okay.
And here's another crucial point to remember.
Especially for those those tricky MCQs in the prelims.
Yeah.
Both schemes are open to all farmers.
Okay.
Regardless of, the size of their land holding.
So that includes sharecroppers.
Absolutely.
And tenant farmers.
Yes.
Who are often, the most vulnerable.
Exactly.
That's a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in the, the bigger picture and overlook these specific details.
Right.
Which, of course, the UPSC examiners love to test.
They do. Understanding these nuances is really what sets apart, a well-prepared candidate.
So we've established that both schemes, FBY and RWBCIS, play, really crucial roles in supporting Indian farmers.
Right.
Now, I'm kind of curious to delve a bit deeper into the role of technology in these schemes.
Right.
The material mentions some pretty interesting initiatives.
That's a great segue.
Yeah, you're right. Technology is being integrated more and more into these schemes.
Yeah.
And understanding this is it's essential to really grasp their full impact.
Okay, let's dive into that then.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah.
The government's actually set up a dedicated fund called FI8.
FI8.
Yeah.
Like the car.
It stands for Fund for Innovation and Technology in Agriculture.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing this FI8 is doing much bigger things.
Indeed. So this FI8 focuses on two key initiatives.
Okay.
First, there's YesTech.
YesTech.
Short for Yield Estimation System based on technology.
Okay.
This initiative uses remote sensing and satellite imagery for crop yield estimation.
So it's like having eyes in the sky.
Exactly.
That can accurately assess crop health and damage.
Right.
Across, huge areas.
So instead of relying on manual surveys,
Yeah.
which can be, time consuming and prone to errors.
Right.
Yes, tech provides a much more, efficient and objective way to assess crop yields and losses.
That's a game changer.
It is.
Especially when you're dealing with, a large and geographically diverse country like India.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it brings much needed transparency to the claims process.
Okay.
Then there's the second initiative, WINS.
WINS.
Which stands for Weather Information and Network Data Systems.
Okay.
This involves establishing a really dense network of weather stations.
This is about getting accurate and really hyper-local weather data, right?
Sure.
I can see how crucial that is for making informed decisions about insurance policies and payouts.
By having that really granular understanding of weather patterns in different regions, the insurance policies can be tailored to better reflect, the specific risks that farmers face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This data also feeds into risk assessment models, making them much more precise and reliable.
This is really fascinating.
It is.
It's amazing to see how technology is being used not only to protect farmers, but also to modernize and strengthen the entire crop insurance system.
It's a perfect example of how technology can be used to solve real-world challenges.
Okay.
Especially in a sector as crucial as agriculture.
So we've got PMFBY and RWBCIS working together.
Right. Supported
by, cutting-edge tech like YesTech and WINS.
Yeah.
This clearly shows a real commitment from the government to supporting farmers.
Yeah.
But, given how diverse India is, are there any region-specific provisions within these schemes?
That's a very perceptive question.
Yeah.
It shows the kind of insightful thinking that UPSC examiners look for.
I'm particularly thinking about, the Northeast, which often faces, unique challenges.
You're right. The Northeast, with its unique agroclimatic conditions and its, vulnerabilities, it does receive special attention under these schemes.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on what these special provisions actually entail?
So the main difference is in the premium subsidy.
Okay.
For most states, the central government provides up to 90% premium subsidy.
Right.
But for the northeastern states, it goes up to 90%.
Oh, wow.
So this really helps reduce the financial burden on farmers in that region, making it easier for them to access crop insurance.
That makes sense. The Northeast, they often face challenges like, floods, landslides, erratic rainfall. So this higher subsidy, it's definitely a crucial support measure.
Again, this is a good point to remember for the UPSC exam, demonstrating that you understand these regional variations and how policies are adapted to address them can really add depth to your answers.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
We've unpacked the features, the mechanisms, even the technological advancements within PMFBY and RWBCIS.
Right.
But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
Consider the bigger picture.
All right.
Why are these schemes so important for for India as a whole?
Well, it's not just about individual farmers.
Yeah.
Although obviously their well-being is, is paramount.
Of course.
These schemes actually play a vital role in strengthening the entire agricultural sector, which, as we know, is the backbone of the Indian economy.
By protecting farmers from financial ruin because of crop losses,
right?
These schemes are actually encouraging them to continue farming.
Exactly.
Invest in their land and even adopt, new technologies.
It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Protecting farmers leads to greater investment in agriculture, which then leads to increased productivity, better yields, and ultimately greater food security.
For the entire nation.
For the nation, exactly.
Well,
And this obviously has a direct impact on, rural livelihoods, poverty reduction, and overall economic growth.
It's like a chain reaction.
It is.
It really underscores how vital these schemes are to national development.
Absolutely. This is definitely something you can, you can link to different parts of the UPSC syllabus. Particularly the, economics and rural development sections.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the broader implications here. It's not just about crop insurance.
Right.
In isolation.
It's about its connection with, various aspects of the Indian economy and society.
Yeah.
Understanding these linkages is crucial for those well-rounded answers in the UPSC Mains exam.
This deep dive has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like I've gained a much deeper understanding.
Good.
Not just of PMFBY and RWBCIS.
Yeah.
But also their significance within the larger context of Indian agriculture and the economy.
It's always rewarding to see the pieces fall into place and the bigger picture emerge.
Yeah.
To add to that understanding, here's a thought-provoking question for you and for our listeners to ponder.
Okay, I'm ready.
We know climate change is it's having a growing impact on weather patterns, making agriculture even more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Given this reality, how do you think these crop insurance schemes can be further strengthened to better support Indian farmers in the future?
Yeah, that's a really important question.
Yeah.
And one that, it really makes you think beyond just what's happening now. It's not enough to just understand, how these schemes work today. We needed to think about how they can adapt to to future challenges. Yeah. Especially with climate change becoming such a big issue.
It's this kind of forward-thinking analysis that that really stands out, to the UPSC examiners.
So for all our listeners, prepping for the UPSC, this is a great chance to brainstorm some ideas.
Absolutely.
How can we make, crop insurance more resilient, more effective in the face of climate change? Think about it from different angles.
Right.
Technological advancements, financial mechanisms, policy interventions.
Absolutely.
Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear what you come up with.
And remember, every challenge also presents an opportunity.
That's true.
An opportunity for innovation. Maybe we can, use AI, machine learning for better risk prediction.
Yeah.
Or even explore, new insurance products that are specifically designed for these climate-related risks.
The key is to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And come up with solutions that are practical and sustainable.
Exactly.
This is what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
They they spark these thought-provoking discussions that go beyond just what's in the textbooks.
Right.
It's about understanding the real-world impact of these policies.
Absolutely.
And coming up with real solutions for a better future.
That's what being a civil servant is all about.
If you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
And give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us, reach more aspiring civil servants like you. Be sure to tune in next time for another deep dive.
Absolutely.
Into a topic that matters.
Yeah.
Until then, happy studying.